Hey guys, how's it going? Uh, Special hero banner review. I have my Tiger King here, and this banner is called the start of it all. And could it be the start of something new? I believe it might be. The banner heroes that were shown were Baby Mark and Baby Kenda. Baby Marth, the funny thing is, he might be the worst hero on the banner. And since this is a special hero banner, I don't think there's gonna be demotes. So I don't expect him to be demoted. He's got a preference special, which kind of reminds me of Era's original special. It boosts damage by 30% of unit speed and has a 2 cooldown. The additional effect is just a buffing effect of +4, like a visible +4 effect. We get +6 from anything. Is that really what we want to go for? His other skills are also very unimpressive, so not really what I would call not really what I would call a banner unit, like a front page banner unit. And he is color sharing with Kenda. Baby Kenda, first of all, why is this head so gigantic? Compare the size of her head to the size of her torso. Her head is literally as big as her torso. I get that. I think babies have bigger heads compared to the rest of their bodies, but this is way too much. Guys, come on, this is way too much. So she's a flyer sword, which is more interesting than an infantry sword. And we've got the first interesting item. Her sword is effective against everything that is physical outside of daggers and beasts. But beasts are new. And she's also effective against armors. So what her armor says is what her weapon says is. This is super effective against those physical types, and she's got a vantage effect against those types, or if she is below 75% HP. So vantage effect, regular vantage effect, and in addition to that, she's got a vantage effect built in even if she's full HP against swords, lances, axes, bows, and armors, which could be any weapon armor. So that's quite interesting. It would make for a new type, I guess, of Vantage. This is sort of reminding me of Cronia in that she doesn't have an HP threshold on her Vantage. As far as damage goes, we'll have to see. This might not be as effective as a Brave Vantage. We have plenty of those in the Beast guy. Whose name I don't recall. We have Altina. We have Sword Reinhardt. So those can also do vantage with swords. Those are brave weapons. There's also Ares, who I don't feel is good at all, but she comes with distant counter, so she is designed to be a vantage sword user. She doesn't have a preference specials. She comes with joint tone attack, which I would replace, to be fair, but if you pull one of her and you might want to use her as fodder, it's a 300 SPC skill. Mia, come on. Mia is in heat, so she's extra annoying. And her B skill just says if the foe initiates combat, or god damn it, or if the foe's HP is full at the start of combat, the foe gets minus attack and minus defense. Did you get it? Did you get all of it? Huh? Okay, so I'm gonna keep Mia over here for the rest of the video, and she's gonna grunt into the microphone just like I do normally. So next up we have Marek, who I could not recognize at all as a baby. I thought he would be Ray, Glue, one of those babies, but no, it's Marek. And since he's Marek, he retains his effectiveness against flying foes. unlike regular Marek, who is basically a budget Sonya, you get him to +10 very easily since he's been in the 3-star, 4-star pool forever. He's definitely in the 4-star pool. And you run Ignis instead of Glacius on him. But that's it. That's regular Marek. This Marek, on the other hand, is a little speed demon. His weapon says if he's got a visible buff on him, he gets attack and speed +5 and null follow-up. Which, I mean, null follow-up, it could be interesting. He comes with wind sweep, that's the main thing. And so he nullifies the... No, does it nullify the wind sweep? No, it doesn't nullify... yeah, it nullifies the doubling effect of the wind sweep as far as I can tell. Anyways, he's got a 2 cooldown special which boosts damage by 30% of unit speed. Whatever, he's a speed unit, so that's gonna be fine. We'll have to see if it calcs better than Moonbow. And it restores 10 HP to everybody. That's weird. When is it gonna come into play? I doubt there's really situations where you can reliably use it or need it, but whatever. He comes with Swift Sparrow 3, which is really good. Distant Guard, Wind Sweep. So the idea with him is gonna be, first of all, since his cooldown is, since his special has 2 cooldown, he might be a high HP unit. Although he starts with 41 HP, which doesn't seem crazy. You don't need that many infantry pulses on him. That's the first thing that I can tell. If he had high HP, it would have been better, most likely. It would have been much better, but yeah. He is gonna be the unit that hits first. You could keep Wind Sweep on him, so he doesn't die and dances and gets danced and such. Otherwise, something like Double Poison Strike will be fine, I think. But yeah, Wind Sweep looks good on him. And finally, we come to the All-Star unit of the banner. The start of it all. Well, there is not just one unit, but that's not a duo, that's a trio. So that's new. We got Palla, we got Cherche, and we got Baby Est. What are they? Well, they're a flying unit, and they're a flying lance unit. So blue, cool. Wait, hold on, that's a quad. Why is it a quad? Oh, wait, hold on. Look at this. Grants attack +3, whatever. If the number of flying units on team is equals or above 3, and if you initiate combat, the foe gets attack defense -4, whatever, and you make a guaranteed follow-up attack. Cool. Also, if the number of flying allies within 2 spaces is equal to, and unit initiates combat, unit attacks twice. So that's a guaranteed quad. That doesn't even have a speed threshold. It has a 2 flyers within 2 spaces threshold, but that's not bad. Compared to Est, in most cases this will be a direct upgrade. That said, Est has effectiveness against armor. That said, Est is easier to merge. However, if you were starting a Flierball from scratch, well, this seems really good, doesn't it? Her skills from A to C through C are not that impactful. Pardon the pun. Even though she comes with Mirror Impact, yeah, Mirror Impact could be fine. Had it been Sturdy Impact, we would have all been happier. Chill attack speed is also not something that I'm into. Chills are good on supports because the B skill on carries can be dedicated to something that will boost your offense. And also a double chill, first of all, it's not a premium skill. Second of all, you could run 2 regular chills for -7 debuffs instead of gimped -5s. Gold flyers, absolute whatever. Now, why is this unit special? Well, first of all, we have this incredible spear, which is fantastic. Of course, you will need to run her in a flying team. And the thing that's not clear that could have been mistranslated, as of right now, if we were looking at AR offense, well, all mythic offense heroes are flying. Air flies, so does Peony, so does Naga, so does Altina. That's really good. So you're guaranteed to have 3 flying units if Palla counts herself. If she doesn't, she will need one more support. That's going to be a flying unit, but that's fairly easy to obtain, especially if you're doing a Flierball. A Galeforce Flierball would be really good with her. Flier Galeforce has been something that has taken a side seat to all the other options. Now, look at this dual skill. This is really interesting for 2 reasons. First of all, this dual skill says unit and adjacent flying allies can move 1 extra space. So the movement from beast flyers becomes the movement for all your flyers. All your flying units, as long as you keep them close to Palla, will have 3 movement. That's great for Galeforce, isn't it? That's really what we need for Galeforce on flying units. Flying units often had the issue of, well, you can fly over mountains and trees and shit, but they're not as common, especially not as common in the main paths to take through your enemy. Normally, you would much rather have the gigantic initiation area of horses or the warping potential of infantries. With this, well, you get to have the movement of cavalry units. That's really, really good. And also, the cooldown for this skill is different from the way dual cooldowns have been done before. This dual skill says, at the start of odd numbered turns, if the dual skill is on cooldown, it comes off cooldown. This means that, well, let's say you use your dual skill on turn 2. Turn 3 would be an odd numbered turn. So on turn 3, on the next turn, you would be able to use it again. That's incredible. The fact that this is not locked to a static cooldown, but rather to a cooldown that you can sort of manipulate is incredible. Galeforce units, they have 2 ways to go about things in AR offense. They will either kill all of the enemy team except for 1 unit who is stuck in a corner, or what they will do is kill 1 or 2 units and then fuck off and repo out. Well, this lets you do both because it gives you the mobility of a cavalry unit. So that is really fantastic. Now, who to partner with this sort of unit? Since she is blue, most options would go out of the window. As of right now, we have Palla and regular Kenda. Both of them are red flyers. Both of them can use Galeforce. Next up, we have Cherche, who can use Galeforce. Her weapon itself is a brave weapon, so that's fine. Usually you see Cherche on AR defense. However, with the bolt tower and such, and with extra movement especially, she could be really interesting. And having 3 movement allows you not only to be danced, but also to be smited in. And have an enormous range of initiation. In addition to that, as we can see by moving on, there's going to be a Tempest Trial coming up. And the Tempest Trial unit is going to be over here. No, not here. These are the story maps. She was in the background. She was over there. Move over, Est. Here we go. This is a Minerva. She's got a new axe, so it's not a shitty placeholder slaying axe or whatever. This looks like a preference weapon. That's good to hear. She is gonna be our Tempest Trial free unit. She is a green unit, so perhaps she could be a Galeforce hero. I would wait until we have a data mine so we know what this Minerva looks like, but this Minerva could be a very good partner to 3 ladies on a flying horse. This reminds me of like Naples or India or Bangladesh, those videos where you have a gigantic family or group of people on just a tiny moped, all of them without a helmet. That's what it reminds me of. But anyways, this Minerva could be a very good partner for our Trio Palla. So let's wait for a couple days. Let's wait to see who the partner to this Palla could be, and we might have the start of it all to a new gigantic world of possibilities for flying Galeforce. On offense. On defense, yeah, all these units are usable. Palla, the good thing is she will be able to fulfill Estes' role even without merges. Perhaps she's going to be squishier, but she will allow you to run an inhibitor, which could be really good if you find that your Flierball, if you're still running one, is vulnerable to dual heroes. Okay, so very interesting banner, and I will keep my eyes peeled for it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.